guys, today we are going to be putting together our fall capsule wardrobe, and we're just going to be doing this in 5 steps. I really like the 5-step process because I feel like it's the most simple and relatable way for all of us to create our own version of a capsule wardrobe without feeling like you have to copy exactly what I put in mine or feel like you have to have the exact pieces. Before we get into this fall capsule, if you love fashion and styling videos, hit that subscription button because I will be sharing with you every Monday and Friday. Don't forget to check my description box if you end up liking a clothing item that I share with you today. I will have it directly linked in my description box for you. For this fall capsule, I would suggest that you either clear out a section of your closet or have another clothing rack. I personally prefer a clothing rack. They're really great if you are limited on space, but they also keep the room just looking nice and trendy, very neat, and very chic. I use and recommend this copper clothing rack that I purchased from an Etsy shop. I pretty much use it in all of my videos now, and I love it. It is an investment, but I definitely think that it's worth it if you're interested in quality, but still keeping your space looking very stylish and clean. I specifically like using this in my capsule theme videos, especially because it's not too big, but it's big enough that I can have a nice selection of clothes if I decide to have a bigger capsule. I move this clothing rack around a lot from room to room, depending on where I'm trying to film it. So sometimes the pipe will kind of pop out. You just have to slide it back in place. But if you're keeping it in just one location, it's very sturdy. And I put a lot of clothes on it, a lot of heavy clothes. This Etsy shop was kind enough to let me share with you their newest clothing rail. It's like a wood and copper and is now available in their Etsy shop. I loved the contrast of white and copper in this one because I think it brings in more of a minimalistic look. Both these clothing racks were pretty easy to put together. They're pretty intuitive. I'll leave the Etsy shop and the exact clothing rails linked in my description box in case you're interested in either of these. And be sure to check out their products because they have some gorgeous home decor and clothing racks. If you're new to the whole concept of a capsule wardrobe, it's basically just a selection of your most essential dresses, pants, skirts, coats, all that stuff. It can be a way to save money just by using what you have, and it's also just a fun way to be creative with outfits and just come up with a bunch of different outfit combinations. For me, the capsule is just a way for me to figure out what I need to invest in as far as basics, and then also what clothes I just need to get rid of because they're just not being worn. So most people recommend anywhere from 25 pieces of clothing to 50, and that's including clothing, accessories, shoes, all of it. My capsule today has 30 items, but really it's just down to what you need. I've done a 10-piece capsule, 20-piece capsules, like really it's just your preference. And this is a seasonal capsule because I made this selection of clothing specifically for the fall. I followed the steps in a blog post by Classy Trendy. I'm gonna leave that link down in my description box in case you would like to look up that blog post and get into a little bit more detail for yourself. I still think that this blog post is extremely helpful and easy to follow without feeling like this capsule process is overwhelming. This is just one of the many methods that you could use to create a capsule wardrobe, but I just like this one. I just think it's the most simple. So now we're gonna get into all the steps and we're gonna start building our capsule wardrobe. So first, all you need to do is choose whether you want to have a navy base color or a black base color. And this is going to set the whole foundation for your capsule because everything is going to revolve around this first step. So I personally prefer to go for black. I just feel like I have more that correlates with that in my closet, but definitely just choose what you think works best for you. Now we're jumping right into our second step, which is to choose your neutral color coordinating essentials. So this is when we're going to focus on the layering basics and your solid colored neutral sweaters, pants, dresses, things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you all the clothing that I selected for this second step. I started with these 2 basic tank tops. These are from Loft and these are really great for layering. Black since that is my base color. I also chose a black turtleneck. This is from Amazon. It's very stretchy, it's very comfortable, and it's a really nice fitted style. Then I chose this white ruffle blouse because it's very fitting for my feminine style. So this is from Free People. It's the brand Glamourous. I'm actually renting this from my NUULY this month, which if you don't know what that is, I'm gonna link it above for you. This one is a little bit difficult because you do have all the buttons in the back, so you will need help if you do like this. And then I have this white blouse from Topshop. It's one of my favorites because I wanted to include puff sleeves. Now we're getting into sweaters for this top section. I have this line and dot cardigan. It's like a cropped style. It has large buttons, which I loved about this, and the sleeves are kind of that balloon style. And then I have this white, very comfortable, heavy cardigan from Madewell. I love the balloon style on this. It has kind of like that pom-pom look. Very much an essential for me because I like having stuff like this in the fall. And then I just have two sweaters for this top section. Just this oversized, very cozy, soft sweater from Wool & Bloom. This is actually another item from Amazon. It does have that deep V-neck, so I like wearing this with like a bralette. And then my last top for this section is just this very cozy, comfy sweater from And Other Stories. But if you do have sensitive skin, I would recommend caution because it can be a little itchy. So for the bottoms, I only selected two. I have these high-waisted mom jeans from Madewell. I loved the white. I'm typically a size 30 in jeans, but I sized up to a size 31 in Madewell because these do run a little small. And then I added my favorite pair of black jeans. These are from American Eagle. They're just the black curvy mom jean style. I highly recommend these if you have that curvy kind of like bubble butt figure. And they are more of the loose leg fit. I'm really into that this year. My last section for this second step is just the dresses and jumpsuits, and I just have one for each. For my jumpsuit, I have this black Free People kind of denim jumpsuit type of thing. This one has that loose leg also. And then last I just have this white dress from For Love and Lemons. Very romantic, so it definitely did fit my theme. So a few key questions that Classy and Trendy included in her blog post that might help you with this second step, is this is definitely a larger section of the capsule. Just make sure that the items that you choose can go with at least 3 other things that you have in your capsule. Ask yourself how many items you can pair with this one piece that you choose. Also keep in mind you want these items to be comfortable and you want them to be wearable. So for instance, like this dress might not be wearable for a lot of you, but it would be for me because I do enjoy wearing dresses and that kind of thing. So now we're on to step 3, which is choosing your accent colors. And this step is optional. If you're going for more of a minimalistic look and you're not really into color, you don't have to take this step. You can actually just move on to step 4. I personally could not ever skip this step because I love color. I did make sure that the accent colors that I chose for my capsule this round were correlating with my base color black. So here's the chart of the accent colors that is on the Classy Trendy blog post. This is just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, but it's not limited to just these colors. You could definitely choose different colors than what is represented on this chart. For my accent colors, I chose a deep yellow and kind of like a blush rosy pink. So I chose this yellow dress from Urban Outfitters. I'm actually renting this from NUULY. This color I could not pass for the fall. Much more deep yellow. It almost has a little bit of brown mix in there too, but I don't know, I feel like it's more yellow than brown. And then my last piece that I am including in this third step for choosing accent colors is this blush pink satin dress from Topshop. Definitely recommend shapewear with this if you do end up liking. So now we are already moving on to step 4. Step 4 is where we just add in our patterns and layers. And Classy Trendy suggests at least 1 to 3 pattern tops, dresses, and skirts. A pattern that I needed to have in my capsule was florals. My first selection for this 4th step was these floral embroidered jeans, and these are from Driftwood. They're that mid-rise style and they have that flare at the bottom of the jeans. Shawl from LoveShackFancy, and it has that embroidered style on there. I just liked having something cozy like this in my capsule. this ASOS dress. And this is fun to make into a fall piece just by layering with sweaters or even just wearing with boots. And then one more dress that I wanted to mention that I'm including in this capsule is actually the one that I'm wearing right now. This is from Spell and the Gypsy, and I loved the color combinations in this. It has that yellow in there, but it also includes the florals. So my last pattern that I chose is definitely a fall pattern, but this piece is definitely a statement. So I included this yellow plaid skirt from Rococo Sand. It's definitely a fun piece. Finish up step 4, we're just going to choose layers next, and I just have one to share with you, and I made sure that this once again matched my accent color and my base color. I just have this dusty rose pink wool coat. This is from Graylin. It's a size medium, and I wanted to have something nice and heavy on here because just in case we do have a chilly day. Some other layers that you could include if you feel like you need something different in your capsule could be things like trench coats, teddy coats, jean jackets, leather jackets, oversized blazers. There's a lot of different directions that you could go with for this 4th step of choosing patterns and layers, but now we are moving into our last step, step 5, which is choosing your accessories and shoes. I made sure to choose shoes that matched my lifestyle and that would go with that base color black. First, I have these white ankle boots from Steve Madden. These are from Nordstrom, and these go with every single thing that I put in my capsule. And then I also chose these knee-high boots. This was something I wanted to include just because I have a lot of dresses and stuff like that. And then I also chose these brown clogs. These are from Free People. And then of course I had to include tennis shoes because tennis shoes definitely fits in with my lifestyle. Also included this wool hat. This is one that I purchased from Nordstrom. I also included this black velvet padded headband. These are just a fun way to kind of mix up your look. I did want to include this white bralette because this is really nice to wear underneath sweaters. I got this one from Nordstrom. You can include a lot more accessories than what I mentioned today, like necklaces, earrings, rings. The list could go on and on with accessories. So there you have my completed fall capsule using these 5 steps. I hope this video was enjoyable and helpful for you. Don't forget to check out the Etsy shop that I mentioned at the beginning, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!